The governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Omoyena, who is a member of the major opposition party PDP, is defending his decision to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 2027 re-election bid, even though the president belongs to the governing All Progressives Congress, APC. Speaking at a rally in Ikorebene, the governor said his decision was based on conviction and should not be viewed as betraying PDP. There are also rumors making the rounds that at least 3 other PDP governors are also working to get the president re-elected. Meanwhile, the acting national chairman of the PDP, Omar Damagum, while aligning with the decision of the governors of the party, scoffed at coalition moves by the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar ahead of the 2027 elections. Damagum, who recently welcomed a group of defectors from the APC and the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) into the PDP at a rally in Nguru, local government area of Yobe State, praised efforts to reposition the party to become an inclusive and forward-looking platform under his watch. He says the PDP is a strong brand and will not be involved in any coalition ahead of 2027. Well, to discuss some of the political drama playing out in the PDP is the PDP chieftain, Sowunmi. Shegu, glad to have you join us on Newsnight.
It's nice to have you. Thank you for having me.
Good.
Happy Easter.
Same to you. Yeah, same to you. What do you make of Governor Uno's openly declaring his stance as far as the president, who is of APC ilk, is concerned for 2027 elections?
Okay, thank you very much. I think the first thing I want to say is, I say my sister, sorry about the last outing. I was a little bit harsh. I didn't mean it in the way you took it. When I said put her on the list, I didn't really by any means try to disrespect you. And then you and my fans and your fans who are upset, I really apologize. It's not my way of saying it. I just wanted you to allow me to pass my word in. I think that settles that. Well, to the issues you are discussing, look, the country, political parties are too weak. If political parties are not too weak, it will be extremely difficult for a governor on the ticket of the People's Democratic Party, my beloved party, to stand up in the open and make those kinds of comments. What he would have had to contend with is that probably a very serious-minded NWC chairman like myself would have written him a very nice letter the next day to tell him that now that you have taken a position, we respect your right of individuality, but please be advised that we will not be extending our ticket to you in the next outing. You would do well to look for elsewhere since our philosophy and yours don't tally. We can give you our ticket to go and be governor, but we don't give you our suffrage to go and disrespect us. The party, PDP, has not done its primaries. We have not gotten there yet. When we finally do pick a candidate, we expect all loyal party men to stand by him. And if you will risk our presidential candidate, we are quite able to risk your gubernatorial re-election. That's all I'll say about that. But like I said, the parties are too weak. It's part of the reason why people like us are saying, let's reform the party. Let's bring people that understand what it means to build to last. Let's try to make the party move away from a cult of personality and become a cult of ideas, principles, policies, and programs. Once you're able to do that, all this joke will exist and will stop happening. I think it's evolutionary, but democracy is not easy. But I think as we go along, they're going to eventually start to understand that party is supreme. It's only up to the party to stamp its supremacy. Governors don't own the party. It's a privilege for us to give you our ticket. A lot of men work very, very hard to put anybody in place. Even the smallest councillor, he can't get himself elected. The energy that party members, party faithful, loyal men put in is too much. No governor, however highly placed, should ever stand on the podium of our party and be saying that. You can appreciate the president privately. You cannot demarket our party. And you need to be very careful. You know, you are one of our people that we really love. But if you say you are not going to be with us, maybe we will also not be with you. Thank you.
All right. Well, I know that you're not the chairman because you said if you were the chairman. Now, the chairman, by the way, By the way, there's a rumor that, rumor right or wrong, that some other governors are also towing the line of a no. And then the party chairman, Omar Damagum, aligns with those governors. The acting national chairman of the PDP, Omar Damagum, while aligning with the decision of the governors of the party, he's aligning with their decision. Is this not anti-party activity? And then you said parties are weak. What is making the parties weak?
Okay, let's separate issues. I'm not sure Omar Damagum you've ever heard him in public or in private say that he's aligning with any governor who says he's not going to campaign for the candidate of the party. That's not his position. And I plead that you do not generalize and insist that you want to hold that view. If what you are calling his position is the one that happened in
let me come in.
Oyo.
Sorry, he's aligning with the governors on the statement of the governors who are saying that as scoffing at any coalition move by the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. That's what he's aligning with.
It is the right, and it is appropriate, and it is absolutely commendable that a political party of PDP's gravitas will make that statement. And that statement does not mean they're not open for some form of collaboration at some point in time. What the governors are saying, which I also respect, is that no one should browbeat, hoodwink, or bully the PDP into an arrangement that they cannot control. So that's that. You ask, why are the parties weak? The parties are weak because we have somehow, because of the way we started this particular republic, it has not always been so. For those of you who are old enough to understand or who are students of history, typically the party is bigger than the candidates. It was not unusual for Adisa Akinloye to enter a function and the then President Shagari stand up in honor of the fact that as the leader of the party or the chairman. But unfortunately, when Chief Obasanjo became the president, with his running mate with Vice President Atiku Abubakar in 1999, under their watch, a new thing crept into the democracy of Nigeria, which was that suddenly elected representatives are now bigger than the party. I don't agree to that. I've always insisted that the party gives birth to the candidates, and the citizens and everybody put you in. Whatever patronage you are giving the party, you never had that opportunity before we gave you the state and our platform. So it's like you're giving us a little bit of whatever it is that we give you an opportunity to be able to do. That doesn't give you the right or the liberty to call yourself as though you are bigger than the party. That's number one. Number two, no individual, not even a governor, owns the suffrage of the states. We have seen states where governors have been in charge and they didn't win second term or get re-elected. We have seen some states where even governors could not even deliver for the presidential candidate of their party. What we need in the country is actually a clean election, a credible election, and a transparent election. Then we'll be able to return the suffrage, which is the right of the electorate, back to them. And then we'll see how much of bragging and bullying and making noise individuals make. One individual cannot own all the votes in a state. Dr. Eno, I understand you want them to build the coastal road. I also support that road should be built. But I think it's careless, it's reckless, it's irresponsible to say that you are going to be campaigning for the candidate of another party when you will obviously have your own candidate. That's anti-party, and you should be cited for it firmly. And any other person who is thinking in that way should be cited. Better for the PDP to accept that we don't have a governor than for us to believe that we're carrying a snake within our system. No, we can go to the election without them. I'm sure Peter Obi ran election in 2023, and I'm not sure he had any Labour governor. Even now, he has only one. And if you look at him and you are fair to him, you can see how much he's doing in the country. I think that across board, and I think that the APC, if they're good for themselves, they should also learn from some of the things we're saying. Political parties must learn to be disciplined, must learn to understand that you are the player of Arsenal. You play your heart out for Arsenal. And if you want to go to Man United, you sign, you go to Man United and play your heart out for them. You can't stay in Arsenal
and be scoring and play your heart out
for Man United. That's not right.
It looks like a Man United fan. I wonder why you didn't mention Arsenal. anyway, Man United.
No, I'm just saying that that's how you're. So I'm using that to make you get the point.
I know.
It doesn't. Don't let's beat this. Yeah, we shouldn't beat it about. You can't. It's not right.
All right.
It's not all the time. There will be occasional situation where there will be a slip.
All right.
But we should not encourage the idea that governors of political parties will stand on the podium of their party and be demarketing their own party for God knows who.
All right,
especially when there's even no evidence to suggest that the fellow they are campaigning for deserves all of that accolade. Where is he?
All right.
Benue is born in, Plateau is born in, we can't find the man. And you guys are saying you are giving a second time
All
just
right.
like that.
Okay, so where does this leave the question of party supremacy and party internal democracy? And then Wike, who is a member of the PDP, says PDP is not prepared for 2027.
He didn't say you see, this is the problem with you, with the media. Wike did not say he wished that PDP would not be prepared. What he said is that from what he's seeing, the sincerity here and there that the party may not be prepared. But we have like a whole 2 years. 2 years is a very, very long time in the life of a party. Wike himself would do us a lot of good to leave the assignment he's doing for APC, come back home and come and help us fix the party that
But
we
what
all
is going on in your party?
Like me,
Does
like
the party
Wike,
seem even prepared?
You see, the last time I checked, in 2023, we succeeded in getting most of the numbers. It was not exactly a clean election, but even at that, we were able to come up with the kind of numbers we came up with, which gave us, if you like, second. And it wasn't really our best ticket because I think that we backed that ticket. You know, we didn't prime that ticket properly. Fine, okay, we've done the primary. Atiku Abubakar had won. I'm not sure that was the material we chose for vice president was the best we could have. Perhaps if we had given our vice presidential slot to Wike, we could have been able to pull in more numbers. He could have gotten us better numbers. Maybe, we never know. It's all speculation. But I'm sure that we could have also looked in the direction of the Southwest. There are always ways that parties prepare themselves for election. But please, anybody who is giving up on PDP now, I'll just say to you, wait until we count the votes and let's see who is going to win. But I can guarantee you the PDP will put in a good heart, will put in the best fight, will try to bring the best candidate. We're democratic. We don't write the name of people. We don't hand over our tickets. Anybody who thinks he has what it takes to run presidency is allowed. When we have done all our internal issues, the zoning and whatever we call it, we'll do a clean primary like we always do. Our primaries are always like Hollywood movies. Somebody is going to emerge, and hopefully we will not have the kind of problem we had in 2023, and then we'll see how far we can go. But please, 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 the conversation when the media invites us, invite us to come and discuss the policy of the APC. Invite us to come and discuss the critique of the government and of the country. Do not insist that the only conversation on the table will always be PDP this, PDP that. Even while we have meetings and we have policy issues and we have management of party, what are the others doing? When was the last time you even had them having a NEC meeting? Do they even know what they call a caucus? At least you've seen our governors meet, you've seen our BOT meet, you see us struggling with democracy. That's how to be a political party. You can't be criticizing the PDP when you're looking at all the others basically just play.
We have always done that. I mean, I've had representatives of PDP come here, and the question has been, shouldn't the PDP be talking about or bringing out their own policies that will counter the policies of the governing government? But that's not my question. My question.
Say what you
mean. My question.
Yeah,
anyway,
no, but say what you mean about
can the
Atiku
PDP
Abubakar.
just hold on, just hold on.
The table.
Can the PDP do without?
Yeah, hurry with it.
Can the PDP do without the governors of the states? And then the question of where does this leave internal democracy of the party and party discipline?
Now, I don't understand what you mean by internal democracy of the party. If you look at it, the internal democracy of PDP is even alive. That's why you have contestations and conversations. If there was no internal democracy like you have with our rivals, the APC, you wouldn't have any internal contentation. Democracy means people have a right to contest. So you have to take PDP for that. In terms of saying, oh, where does that leave us in terms of our charge for the election? It's just, they're not even 2 years in the office yet. They deserve to have 2 years to try to run. By May 29, hopefully, will be able to now say, okay, we have like a year to criticize them before we get to the actual election. I'm hopeful that something will give. All of the conversations you're having about our party is not all of it that is so deeply rooted. We just had a zonal congress in the Southwest. It was quite good. No issues, no complaints. We have done a lot of state primaries. It was quite good. By 1 or 2 or 3 locations where we still have issues to deal with, it's good. We don't have any zonal challenge anywhere, except maybe to some extent in the Southeast, which is now about now being settled legally or some way. So what I'm trying to say to you, my dear friend, and using your platform to say, is that always compare oranges with oranges, apples with apples. Stop comparing PDP with the federal government. We're not. Compare us with the APC party and look at what they're doing and look at how they're doing. Ask them questions about, you guys, don't you ever have a neck meeting? Are the people in your parties all zombies? Don't people have opinions about how you people are doing things? Why should you do a primary in Bend, in Edo? Somebody will emerge. You guys will cancel it. There'll be no quarrel. The next day you bring another one. That's not democracy. I think that the Nigerian citizen must understand. The People's Democratic Party, my party, we cannot be guilty that we presented ourselves even in 2023 and maybe we were cheated or you guys didn't vote for us or we didn't get enough numbers. We can't be responsible for that. That vote belongs to you. That vote belongs to the electorate. That vote belongs to the Nigerian. Never mind that we told you we're better. You gave it to who you give it to, and you are screaming louder than everybody else, expecting us to create a miracle. We're working hard at creating that miracle, but please give us the time that the next opportunity you are going to have to vote them out and vote us in will be on the election day in about 2 years' time. And when you have about a whole 2 years ahead of you, and you're seeing the PDP working with democracy, doing all the things they need to do in democracy, relax, all will be well. And when you talk about the coalition conversation, I'm sure that at some point in time, it's not bad that they are trying. When the chiefs are down, they're going to have to make up their mind. Whoever is serious and wants a ticket, he will have to put a value to the platform that we all have, which is PDP.
All right, briefly
and
before
I see a few of them returning back to their darling party.
Yeah, Shego, briefly before we let you go, what's your stance or your party's stance on having Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president, return as your presidential candidate come 2027?
Every time we have done primaries in our party, 1999, Obasanjo's primaries was keenly contested by himself and Alex Ekweme. It was only when the president is already in that we give him a right of first refusal. Even when we gave Jonathan right of first refusal in 2011, it was contested. When Atiku won the ticket in 2019, it was keenly contested. In fact, 2023 was the most keenly contested primary we have with Wike and Atiku. We do not dash people tickets. Whoever wants to be presidential candidate of our party will live within our own rules, our zoning rules, our rule of engagement, the guideline for our primaries, and if they are able to get the delegates to vote for them, then of course democracy comes with consequences. Sometimes you wish it this way and it happens this way. But whatever it is that is a clean, fair, credible process will be it. And listen, political parties don't have to insist that they have to win every election. Political parties don't die just because they didn't win election. The Republican Party is in power in America, the Democrats are not. I'm not sure you are thinking that by any stretch of imagination that the Democrats will not present themselves. Kemi Badena is leader of opposition in England. They're not in government now, so don't be too fixated. The decision on who will lead belongs to the Nigerian people, and the PDP as a political party, I guarantee you, will come to the table with good materials, and you will like our people. If you look at all our states, all, without exception, there's none of our governors on the PDP ticket that is not doing well. They are all outliers in their own right. But when we get to the national conversation, we'll take the decision we need to take. But I can assure Nigerians, don't worry. Tarry a little bit. Your days of suffering is almost over.
I agree
and
with
the good
you
years will start all over again.
That
PDP
the electorate
is about to come.
Will determine who leads them, whether at the state, federal, or local government levels. Thank you so much, PDP chieftain Sowunmi, for being on News Now.
Totally my pleasure. The alternative all the time is always finding a better way to do the better things for the country.
I agree with you.